Over the past few days, large parts of Iran have slipped into digital silence. Mobile networks slowed to a crawl, broadband lines went dark, entire communities were pushed offline, and when the internet disappears, something more profound vanishes with it. Voices fall quiet, conversations stop mid-sentence, and news stories freeze halfway through. The world, quite simply, stops seeing what is unfolding on the ground. Welcome to Perspectives. Today, we examine how Iranians are turning to Elon Musk's Starlink in order to stay connected during a nationwide internet blackout, and what this moment reveals about censorship, technology, and the future of digital freedom. To understand what is happening now, it helps to look at the pattern that has come before. Internet shutdowns in Iran are not an exception, but a recurring response during moments of political tension or unrest. As the latest blackout took hold, that familiar cycle repeated itself. Apps froze, calls dropped, and online activity steadily faded. And hour by hour, the country grew quieter across the digital space. But this time, silence was not complete. Far from tangled cables and controlled cell towers, small satellite dishes were pointed upward. Unlike traditional networks, Starlink does not depend on local infrastructure. Its terminals connect directly to satellites orbiting above the earth. And when the ground goes dark, the sky remains open. For some Iranians, that distinction made all the difference. Starlink became a powerful doorway back to the outside world. Access, however, was very limited. It was not easy, and it was surely not without any risk. Starlink is not legally approved in Iran, and using unlicensed satellite internet can lead to penalties or even confiscation of devices. Terminals are believed to have entered the country through neighboring borders, travelers, or underground supply networks. Now, those who use them do so discreetly, often at night and often in silence. Yet the choice to connect carries weight. It reflects a simple belief: being heard still matters. As these terminals came online, information began to move again. Messages crossed borders and videos reappeared on social media platforms. Stories found their way out. The blackout, once absolute, became contested, a constant push and pull between efforts to shut down information and attempts to bring it back to life. This story does not stop Iran. Satellite internet has already played a role in conflict zones and disaster-hit regions around the world by restoring connectivity where cables were either cut or deliberately disabled. Iran now joins that growing global narrative. And at its core, this is no longer just a discussion about internet speed or data access. It is a debate about who is in control and who decides if a country goes offline. If connectivity arrives directly from space, can it truly be shut down? And should access to information be treated as a fundamental right rather than a conditional privilege? Now, those questions define what comes next. Think about it. Will satellite internet become the safety net that people rely on whenever digital lights go out? Or will governments develop stronger tools in order to control the flow of information even beyond their borders? That's it for today's episode of Perspectives. We'll be back with more stories that matter in technology and innovation. Keep watching the mainstream for more news and updates. This is Arusha Mishra.